about the dick inside of the tits, you know?
That shit is for white people. I don't get what that shit does. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's some shit. I feel like that's some shit like no but people do for themselves to kind of compensate because you got to spit on it and put it
No, but
together and
yeah,
all
yeah,
this other type shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't have no butt cheek, but if I split
I
it
kind
and
of
put
like
my
doing that, and I do have some butt. Welcome to the motherfucking Ladies Layer, bitches.
Okay.
Sorry.
So we just leave one energy to come back to this one.
Of course, always. Exactly. Okay. I'm Simone.
I'm Christy.
And we're the Ladies Layer. How are you guys? What's up?
Welcome.
Welcome, please. Yes. Welcome back, guys. We have a fucking special ass guest today. Okay? Like, I don't even know how to like describe this. All right, I'm gonna calm down. Let me relax today.
What was you drinking?
Oh, this is what I was drinking. It's MYX Fusions. What the fuck is that? Mixed Fusions?
Yeah, they're not giving us a check. Get it out of here.
Oh, wow. Okay. Anyway, and I have the biggest headache too, but I'm still rocking. I don't care. You know me. My energy's like exactly. Anyway,
crash later. Continue.
We really will. Anyway, so today we have a special guest. One half of host of the 8 More Than 92 podcast. Definitely have to ask what the hell does that supposed to mean. Anyway, yes, Mr. Harrison, come on. Whoop, 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 whoop.
You're like, I'm in your hall.
Exactly.
I appreciate y'all.
What's up, Harrison? Introduce yourself.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Harrison, one half of the 8 More Than 92 podcast, and the slogan is where we always keep it 100 with you. So if you add 8 more than 92, it means we're just gonna give you the honest truth for what we what we feel about something. So how y'all doing today?
Thank you. So I thought because I listened to the podcast and at the end of it you played the Drake and he has that on there. So I thought you literally just took it from that Drake song. I didn't know there was a whole thing to it.
Nah, so I mean, we took it from it, but it's more of an inside joke between me and my co-host Banks.
Right.
So we do like a lot of inside jokes. So we was like, when we do a podcast, we wanted to make sure that, you know, like it's going to be a unique name. So we do like I said, we do a lot of inside jokes. So we just want to make sure like when we did it, it would be something organic to me and him. So we picked like when the song came out originally, we was like, oh, this niggas ain't keeping the 8 More 92 with you. So when we came out with the podcast a couple years later, we was like, yeah, that's more of our vibe. So it means 8 More 92. And when we come on the show, it just means like we're gonna give y'all our honest opinion on what we feel about stuff. So
yeah, that's really when did you guys come out?
We came out a year ago, last year. So we've really been out for like a year.
Okay.
So we're still,
or was it right
so we came right before the pandemic, but what happened was the pandemic came out and then Black people was getting killed. So when people was at home and George Floyd got killed, it kind of helped boost our stuff because we didn't have nothing to do but be at home and kind of push our show out and stuff like that. But we've been out. We're like, I think they said when you do something, you kind of count your age years of when you're in the stuff. So we're 1 years old. So we just started kind of like y'all, but like not as new, not as neonatal.
Right.
Neonatal.
Right.
Just fresh out.
Sorry.
Exactly.
Right. We know we really are fresh. Like seriously, maybe October-ish. Right.
But that's no problem.
Yeah. But you guys,
we appreciate you.
Great. Yeah.
Oh, we appreciate that. We got lucky with a couple shows and a couple people on there. So, but we appreciate being on. I know we both listen to both y'all, and I wish Banks was here, but he wanted me to let y'all know that we love y'all show and we love how y'all rocking. 900 followers, so I think y'all get the boat of approval for there. You know what I'm saying? Just to come out, you know. So I wanted to make sure I give y'all flowers while y'all can smell them.
Oh, thank you. I was hoping Banks was on here so I could like make him, because he's a little shy and stuff, and I was definitely gonna get on his ass.
This one has been turned up all evening. I don't know what she had to drink, but I haven't had any of it yet.
I know.
I'm trying to get some.
Yes, I know. Anyway, right. So we have like a few questions for you.
We heard that you're with the shit.
Yes.
I mean, I'm fair game, so it's like.
Are you okay?
I'm about that action, so whatever y'all want to ask me, let me know.
Our first question was, how big is your dick?
I haven't.
It wasn't.
Oh, okay.
But I really want.
I will say.
See, I was just gonna be a joke.
I will say like between 8 and 9.
Ooh, okay.
We need a shot of tequila for that.
Oh shit! Right. We have to take all those shots. We forgot for a second. I went right into it because I was excited for it.
Well, I knew y'all was. Oh yeah, I got my bottle right here. So it's just whenever y'all decide to drink up, I drink up. But
okay,
so I'm gonna tell all the guys here right now. What you do is you undersell it, right? So they just come here thinking like, oh, girl, just fuck this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So what you do is you undersell it, and then you go ahead and bring thunder. Because if you oversell it, and you know you should catch you on a bad week, you know what I'm saying? You pumping early, you got to go from there. So what you do is you throw the pinky up and be like, well, you know, girl, I love your body, and then you go ahead and thrust.
Wow. Is that the secret? Okay, cool.
I'm not. It's one of the secrets. It's one of the secrets.
Right, now we know.
Oh.
Yes, come on, get your shot. Oh, you're just taking it straight from the bottle. Cool. All right, cheers. Thank you.
We always chasing with liquor.
I know. Oh god.
Now we drink our shit straight over here.
Yeah, I see that.
We take it straight and then we chase with liquor.
No, exactly.
I got y'all. Y'all rookies, but understand.
Oh, we rookies. We were taking 9 shots to the head.
We taking 9 shots straight with
It sound cute. I mean, before I got here, I took a bottle to the head, but I knew I had to be here.
I'm gonna go here with you.
I mean, you're a different type of monster because you're military, so
that's true.
I got PTSD.
Military, and she used to drink. She still drink crazy. So,
oh my god,
it's what you do to pass the days, because it's like you either smoke or you drink. So you know, I choose to drink because I don't like how my breath smell after cigarette. So Black and Milds.
So it's either you fuck up your liver or you fuck up your lungs. Why not? Right.
I mean, you know, everybody gonna die one day. So you might as well.
So true, absolutely. All right, enough with the morbid shit. I'm the morbid person, right? Anyway, so how long is sex? You know,
what's your sexual limit? What's your normal time span like?
So for that, I feel like if you go on like an hour or two, I feel like. So I mean, both y'all over the age of 30, right? So I just hit 30. So
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So I feel like you can do that 2-3 hour stuff if you want to, but I mean, I feel like after a while you hit like the same position. So I'm more of a trailers and preview person. So I warm up and put the convection oven on preheat. So I make sure that I do the extra stuff. Now I can go for an extended amount of time, but I feel like after like the third nut from females, it kind of gets dry at that point. So to some.
Oh, okay.
To some.
I literally have multiple orgasms. Like I can. Have
I go until it feels friction. But I feel like you know, a lot of times if you sit there and throw the teaser trailers in before you sit there and stick and lick and whatever you do, you know, you can kind of save yourself a couple nuts that you gotta put in through the second and 45-minute and 50-minute hour. But I mean, I could go whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will say I'm fortunate enough to, without giving too much detail, I'm fortunate enough to like get up right after. So I could go and keep going. So
okay, that makes sense.
Very talented young man.
Very talented. So do you like head? Do you like giving head?
I prefer that.
Like
so I give myself more of the giver thing. Like I've done it enough times to where I feel like
not the clap.
Sorry.
I prefer the person getting off than myself, just because I've noticed when you preheat the oven, sometimes the mac and cheese, sometimes the mac and cheese get done, you know, earlier than you expect it. So
you make me hungry.
So I figured that'd be a good synonym for it. But you know, I noticed when you are the pleaser, you know, sometimes they finish before, you know, everybody expected to eat. So, but I prefer head over sex personally, just because I feel like sometimes that's the only way that I'm going to finish. So I prefer that over that. And then also because when you are going into the physical act, a lot of times y'all are more of going through instructions and actually sitting there and commanding the stuff like that. So a lot of times if you get with the right person, well, a lot of times when you, if I don't think y'all sit there and try to have sex with somebody to sit there and tell them what to do. Now it's a certain thing that you do before you go into the act, to where you ask, to me at least, I'll ask what you like, because I'm not about to sit there and just go off of the last person. I ain't got no problem asking what you like, but I don't think y'all go in there and ready to instruct a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times
I will tell you, like, no, like when you're hitting from the back, like smack my ass or something, or choke me.
Yeah, those are kind of like preferences, and I don't have no problem with that. But I mean, like, if you got to tell a nigga turn your hips 36 degrees to the left,
no,
I feel like you're doing too much. I feel like you're doing too much. I've been pretty good with being able to kind of pay attention to the body and stuff like that. Right. But I've noticed that females, if you do what I said at the first part, they finish before you do. So I prefer the latter, because I know that I'm a finish, and a lot of times, which I don't have a problem with, but a lot of times they'll finish before I do, and then I'm just sitting there with wood. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I don't know who you have in sex with.
Right. And the fact that there's like instructions being given, I'm like, sex is more of a dance. Like, we're just flowing.
Oh, we doing a bachata. Don't get that shit misunderstood. Absolutely. But a lot of times that you go into it, I'm pretty sure y'all both are women, so y'all can understand. A lot of times, a lot of times niggas go into it with themselves mentality. So sometimes when you get with people that aren't used to, per se, you worrying about them versus themselves, a lot of times they can finish and they don't realize, because once you hit, like, especially that third one, you know, y'all start going to a cataclysmic state. So once you hit like that third one, they don't worry about like that one. They worried about going to sleep. So a lot of times you could still be up.
Dealing with?
Not for real. I need to know. Are these Virginia girls? Are
these like? And are they like teenagers? Like,
no, then nobody's
teenagers.
But like nobody's 20s, like, what are we dealing with here?
I've dealt with this probably since I was 19, and the oldest was 40. So she used to dread my hair. So I just noticed that, and I don't know if y'all give credit, a lot of times that y'all are the benefactors of some weak dick. So meaning that the niggas worry about themselves, and then y'all not getting off. So a lot of times when somebody pays attention to y'all before themselves, by, like I said, by that second or third one, 9 times out of 10, y'all wasn't expecting that. So it's just more of a momentum. And I mean, we can go to like the oral part. Like, once you keep going and going and going, you know what I'm saying, it gets sensitive. You know, y'all about to, it's like, all right, you done sensitized my ass to Mr. Sandman, and y'all going to sleep. So I can just say that,
like, I am so annoying. Like, I'm literally like,
even I would be like, let's keep going. What are you doing?
I'm like,
you'll get to that point. You'll get to that point where somebody thinks that they shit is trash. But I don't think a lot of people go into situations trying to be the pleaser. They're more of the receiver. So I don't really come into it expecting something. So why I said head was because at that point, that's, you know, you come into the stage, 30,000 fans, and you do what you do. Now, I know y'all said the other day, like 15, 20 minutes, but I feel like that's a long fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't sit there. I feel like that's a long fucking time, because if you good with what you do, I don't need 15 to 20 minutes to do what I do. So
you just keep it. You keep it coming side. Yeah.
That part is cool, but I feel like if you're doing 15 to 20 minutes, I feel like you hitting a spot and then you moving away from the spot.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
So I don't. I get that turns y'all. I get that turns y'all on, and you know what I'm saying. So I mean, so a certain part that's kind of annoying, because y'all know what edging is.
Yes.
Okay, so you'll edge the shit and then go somewhere else, and I'll be like,
please educate people though that don't know edging.
Okay, so edging is when you get to the point where you're about to go, and then the person moves. So like once you are like in a stimulated state, that once you edge them, like they're ready to go. So you can sit there and do whatever, like they're thinking at that point to finish. So a lot of times y'all edge and then y'all go back and do something else, and I don't need the cinematography. I don't need the Avengers level shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, whoever you are, get the nut and go on for it. 15, 20 minutes is a long fucking time. So if you sitting there doing a lot of moving and auditioning for Love and Hip Hop of dick sucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's doing too much, because I feel like if I was going 15 to 20 minutes on some head, you know, that means a nigga has moved from the top spot to the lips and all this other top spot. Like, nigga, just stay where you at.
Just situation and take care of it.
Just stay where you at.
If you suck on my pussy for 5 minutes, like,
no, right? Don't go straight to the clit and just try to get it over.
Right. I'm not looking for a quick nut. I'm gonna fuck all night.
So I feel like you say that, but then there's ways to maneuver from that. If you do that and then you just try to finish with that and like go to sleep, then there's ways. But if you do that and then it comes to a nut, then it's still an orgasm to follow. See, a lot of people don't realize those are two different things. So like you get the nut, but you still have to get an orgasm, because them's two different things. So you can play that shit to your benefit, because if they got the nut in the quick time, all you gotta do is play the orgasm, which is more of an intense thing. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me for hitting my hand. So you got to play that shit up. So 15, 20 minutes is just kind of like you doing a really long time and you moving from the spot, because once it gets to the end, they like, all right, nigga, stop moving your head. So it's more like what you got to kind of do. You got to combo that shit like an uppercut and a roundhouse. So it's like you play for the nut, but the real prize is the orgasm. Right. So
I guess it depends on who you're having sex with.
This is a personal preference situation with you.
Right, because you don't have a problem with somebody you doing it with somebody. No, me either. Like,
and I've never heard anyone be like, "Hey, can you not suck my dick that long?"
I'm not gonna stop it. I'm not gonna stop no neck. Let's get that clear.
No, but they don't want you to stop. Like that's
I've never heard
no,
this.
please
So this
keep
like
going.
I'm very like.
I'm like, no, I'm about to get on top. Like it's over. Like let's go. And it's still like, no, wait, just a little more.
Right.
I'm not gonna stop it. I'm not gonna stop it. I just think that well, I'm a quiet person while I go. So a lot of times I'm like, all right, bro, you was right there. Like, shit, I gotta sit there and wait for you to find the spot. It's the same thing if a nigga sit there and move on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like you was right there, bro.
No,
why
I totally
you sitting there and move? Yeah. So it's
I'll patiently wait for you to return to the right designated spot.
I think a lot of people get to that point and think that's the end. And that's really, the nut is not the end. The nut is something they don't expect, at least from female standpoint, because niggas will nut and go to sleep. So a nut is something the female don't expect, but the orgasm is really what you're chasing. So if you get the nut, that means it's just less work you got to do for the orgasm, to me, per se.
For you,
but that's,
right.
you know.
Okay. What's your sign?
I don't really do all that shit because my shit was really weak. But I was born in March the 8th, so I'm a Pisces.
Pisces, yes. Well, yeah, he sounds like a
Pisces.
I'm sorry. I thought you were about to go off. Look at
he needs a shot.
He needs a shot, is right. Oh my God. No, Pisces men are very cool. I say it all the time. They are very cool. I could be friends with them, just can't be in a relationship with them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it gets a little crazy after that. Okay.
I don't. Well, I've seen some of the characteristics, and they just don't really identify with me. So I guess I'm more of a like against the grain type person, to where I don't like to be boxed in by something that is categorized by so many people. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I hear that. Yeah, I understand that. Okay. Anyway. All right. So, do you want to ask the next one?
Do you have a favorite body part in a female?
I'm more of a hips and ass type person, and I mean I've learned to like enjoy tits, but I just feel that like there's no, I guess you want to call it like a median point to where you don't really come together like you do with cheeks, because you do insert, and I feel like breasts are solely kind of like singular, to where like, you know, you doing this and you doing that, and you know, you have somebody's chest and they really feel it more than you do, versus like cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole different dynamic. You know what I'm saying? You can have big cheeks and then you get that vibration to it. Then, you know, you could do from the side or you do from the front.
What about the dick inside of the tits? You know?
That shit is for white people. I don't get what that shit does. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's shit. I feel like that's some shit like no butt people do for themselves to kind of compensate, because you got to spit on it and put it together and all this other type shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't have no butt cheek, but if I split it and put my,
and I do have some butt.
I just don't get it, because I feel like
I know mine aren't. So
I feel like, you know, depending on the stroke and depending on the arousal, you feel what I'm saying? Like to certain dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a couple more inches you can get when you arouse. You feel what I'm saying? So once you in there and you know, especially if you are fortunate enough to be part of a certain structure of penile, you feel what I'm saying?
What's the word?
No, for real.
Certain, if you are fortunate to be with a certain structure, you know what I'm saying, that does something. But if you, and I feel like the best arousal of is the facial experience or the moan or the like feeling of intrusion. You feel what I'm saying? So that face that you make is not something that you can mimic. Intrusion. Yeah, I know. I was trying to
I need for you to take a little bit of a class off of this for me.
Like for real.
All right, cool.
I need you to drop a little bit of
so when you busting in them guts, the only way that you could really sit there and feel like that face, or where like a lip bites or somebody comes at you, or the fact of where I hear y'all normal voices on air versus the shit when you feel pipe, is only something that you can get with insertion. So I feel like that titty shit is kind of like it's cool for niggas who don't have like length or who can't like find a stroke or some shit like that, but you really know where you hitting that shit if when you put that shit in and her voice go a couple decibels different than what it was. You feel what I'm saying? If that's a little bit more intriguing and vulgar, then y'all will like it. Okay,
thank you very much.
I appreciate respecting us as ladies.
Thank you.
But
right, but,
you know,
so.
I'll make sure I nasty the rest of my words up.
I appreciate it.
Okay. Just a little edge back on it. You could take the shield off.
Okay.
You want just a little raw.
Just a little bit.
I got you.
So what's your dirtiest fantasy then?
What's my dirtiest fantasy? What's the shit I want to do with somebody left? I've done a lot that I haven't done. I feel like because I've done a lot, so it's not really any fantasies that I really have. I think the only thing left really is like the Mile High Club. So I think that's the only thing left of all I've done. Like a lot of shit I've done, people coming to my house trying to sell me something and then I sell them dick. So I feel like it's a lot of things that I have not, it's a lot of things that I've done. It's a couple things minimal. I've done multiple people. I've done, since y'all want me to get graphic, I've done multiple people. I've done mothers and daughters. I've done a lot of things and shit like that. So
pause. Wait. Stick a pin. Let's get back to the mother-daughter situation.
What's up?
I need to know. I got to know. I need to know.
Right. How did this even happen?
Was it the same time? Like,
right.
Did they know about it? Like, how did this happen?
The mother knew about it.
Oh. Wait, so you were fucking the daughter, but ended up fucking the moms too?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So did this just happen the one time, or does it continue?
Of course it continues.
He probably kept fucking mom.
You know he did.
No, so it was just I was more intrigued of the secrecy than I was the actual sex. Like,
right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I just feel like a lot of things. So I will say, since I started sex, I guess 17, 16 is not really early, but a lot of things I built sex up was more fantasy. So a lot of the sex I've had didn't live up to the imagery I had in my head. So a lot of things I would do with fantasy, but with as far as like the mother-daughter, it was fun. I feel like I won't even flex.
Guys, if you're just doing the audio, you should see the thought process, the reminiscing.
No, seriously.
Of this moment.
Well, it's funny. It's funny because that's not the wildest, but it's funny because it's just like, you sit back and recollect, of the stuff you did. And then when you bring it to somebody on a solo platform and you got to sit there and hit your body count or shit you did, you got to sit there and be like, oh, girl, I was just wilding. But I had fun. So,
yeah. Well, that's a great, go ahead.
The body count thing is a big conversation for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. What is there would you call a woman, say you have sex with 200 women, and I've had sex with 200 men. Would you think of yourself differently from you think of the way you think about me? Would I be a different name to what you would call me?
Are you asking what I call you a hoe compared to myself?
Yeah.
No, I feel like so I learned this. I said I had the oldest I had sex with was when I was 19 and they were 40. They used to dread my hair. So I learned that at a certain point, you know what I'm saying, people got lives to live, and really body counts really only matter between 21 and 25. So I would feel like I would expect somebody at 34, 35, 36 to know what the fuck they doing. So I don't really care about that per se. That doesn't really fuel me or something like that. I prefer about, busting my shit. So I don't really care about the age. I prefer if you at a certain point, I ain't got to tell you to do this, that, and this. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you're not asking like what's your body count.
I learned at an early age that I don't need my day ruined by what you do with your personal life. So I feel like, I ain't nobody's saint. So I feel like, when that shit go up, you do what you do, and whoever you learn that shit, appreciate them, because I'm gonna do what I do. So I'm gonna need you to not be sitting here asking me for notes to the test.
Right. Because I've heard people refer to a man. It's all good for him to have sex with 200 women, but if a woman does it, she's a hoe. She's a slut. She's a she's ruining her life.
She's a freak. She got a different nigga every day of the week.
I know,
right? Exactly. Nah, it doesn't matter to me. I feel like at the end of the day, that shit supposed to be nasty. That shit supposed to be grimy. That shit supposed to be some sweaty shit. So I feel like I prefer you to be what you doing versus looking at me cute trying to do some type of bullshit. I want my nut. I don't give a fuck about who think this shit cute or not. You feel me?
Okay, yeah. I mean, the pussy, tightens up regardless, right, like no matter what's up in there.
Exactly.
Right. So nobody should be even thinking about that. And if I had somebody nigga ask me what my number count was, I would be pissed, honestly. I'd be like, you're young, I don't want to deal with you. So no more of that.
I do feel like that's a young person's question.
It has to be, right?
It has to be, because I think that you could go for somebody that has maybe 5. Oh, let me drink my drink.
You just had like 2, like before.
Listen, let him do him.
Like, goddamn, we're trying to catch up to you. Everybody just catch up.
I think at the end of the day, everybody wants to be aroused. So if you sitting there with 5 bodies, but you can't sit there and make the female come, then I feel like it's pointless. You can sit there and have the world. I mean, not the World Trade Center, but colony of people, and you didn't sit there and do it. I think, like, you ever heard of BDE? Like, niggas have like 12-inch meats and don't know how to stroke it. So I feel like you can sit there and be blessed with you sit there and blessed with, well, y'all talked about it. You sit there and be blessed with statistics. I never saw the cucumber video, so I was mad about that live.
Yo, but
I'll send it to you.
Picture?
I have it on my phone.
All right, don't play because I want that sending. But I feel like, you sit there and you get that, and then you get lazy, because I've noticed girls with big butts, they are I'm gonna tell you 2 type of females I hate. I hate, like, not hate, but I don't get hyped over pretty females, and I don't get hyped over big butt females, because I feel like it's the BDEs of the females. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a big butt, you don't think you got to do nothing. And if you pretty, you sitting there trying to take filters with my dick. Like, I don't need all this shit. Like, you sitting there looking at me and sitting there going slow. And I'm like, bitch, if you don't sit there and like switch a perm out or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Like this is the nastiest shit that you can do. And there's nobody about to look at your story. So if you don't sit there and like open your jaws and like, cause I'm gonna do some nasty ass shit. So I don't feel like, what's the purpose of you doing this shit? Like, you wasting my time, and then my shit gonna go down. So
yeah, no, that's very true. I understand.
But I hear more of this from the females about the niggas' purpose than the guys. So I feel like I'm an anomaly from requesting this from women. So I get my differences. Who you been fucking with? Who you been doing this with? I've been around.
I think guys sometimes, guys sometimes are too proud to be like, oh, that bitch was lazy and bad. Like, a lot of guys don't be like, oh, that pussy was whack or some shit like that. They're quick to be like, oh yeah, she had a fat ass. Oh, she bad pretty. Instead of just being like, I was better off with the average chick.
It's a couple things guys are afraid to do. It's a couple things. I don't have no problem. I'll ask, like, what you like? Because I can't sit here and hit you with the same type of shit that I hit somebody else with, because it's not what you like. And then a lot of things that people do is just they just won't admit, like, like you said, you know what I'm saying, they got this and I don't like that. They just don't say what like was not cool because they want the statistic.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm like, you can give me Rasputia if I'm gonna get what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need Ashanti or Beyonce or something like that, or Melissa Ford and shit like that, because if you see
you're showing your age,
throwback.
right?
Exactly, man, throwback, you know. So
the original video vixen, right?
For real.
That was my original boo. I don't care what nobody say. Like that was, I thought we was gonna be something, and you know, I sent her the Semi episode. She didn't look, so fuck her. But I wish her the best.
Wow, who was your childhood crush?
My childhood crush?
I know.
Luther Vandross. You look more of a Nat King Cole type.
No. My childhood crush, oh my god, I can't even think.
My childhood crush was Nas. It's not a childhood crush, actually. It's just a crush because I'm still in love with the nigga. That nigga is fine.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't have any kids.
Not for nothing. My childhood crush was Method Man. Ooh. When I got that fucking Takao CD for Christmas, like first of all, I would literally watch those fucking Wu-Tang videos just to like peep Meth in the crowd. Mm-hmm. When he put that fucking crazy eye in his eye for one of them videos,
I know, it doesn't even matter.
He like his hair was bad. He did it for me.
No, seriously,
he completely did it for me.
No, he did.
He do it for me to this day, honey.
To this day is even worse. Like seriously,
because it's just like, how were you? Like,
how did you get
late 40s and you were this beautiful?
Like seriously.
Like I literally just watch his Instagram to send it to you. How many times do I just send him?
I know.
Like him in the gym,
body,
honey.
We just had a whole moment. I'm sorry.
Like,
no, we really did. Sorry, guys.
That's all good.
And we're back.
And we're back, right?
We need a couple wipes over here.
Yeah, just a few.
Just get a couple. We'll put a towel down the floor.
Literally crossing my legs.
Literally.
Oh my god. Anyway, okay. So while we were talking, you know, DMing and stuff, because I was sliding up in there. I'm joking. So you said that you
shoot or shoot.
Right, exactly. So Banks has a wife, but you recently divorced.
Free agent. Yes.
It was divorcing. Oh, okay. Yeah. So
free agent.
So are you doing dating apps?
No, I feel like I learned to be very. I mean, y'all heard me. Y'all had to tell me to talk dirty. You know what I'm saying? So I won't lie. A lot of reasons why I won't, because I don't want to come off as flirting. So I just know exactly how I'm gonna get. So I use big words just to seem like it's for general public. But I know exactly how slick I'll get. But I don't know. I don't do the dating because I feel like I use a lot of my time to be charismatic. So I feel like that's a waste of my time sitting there writing some shit. So I'm more of a people person. Like I'll come up to you, be like, "Hey, Simone, you know, hey, Chris, what's up with you?" You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate your vibes. You know, you looking immaculate today. So if I could, you know, sit there and have a couple minutes of your time, you know what I'm saying? If you want to do something later, you can go out there and get something to eat.
I think Pisces men get you.
You said what?
That's how the Pisces men get you. Sorry.
That's how Pisces man.
I'm sorry. Just a little bit.
No.
I'm just saying, I'm not gonna put you in the box, but I'm just saying that's how they get you.
Yep, you're checking the box.
I'm telling you, I'm just saying.
Okay? You don't see it, but
we see
when I started looking into
listen, my baby daddy's a Pisces. Okay, my father was a Pisces, my uncle's a Pisces. Like they're really good with their words. Like they're really good with, you know.
Yeah, I get more people with the eyes than I get with my words, but you know, I'll just be coming up to you and just be like, you know, I really feel like you are really attractive, and I would like to, you know, talk to you outside of the couple minutes I got female here. I said Christy the first time. I see she tried to play it. I said, hey Christy. I said, hey Christy. I said, hey Christy, and I said, hey Simone. I said, see how they go. You see, look at it.
We're gonna rewind the tape real quick.
Thank you. So mind you, I said, hey Christy, hey Simone. You know, I feel like both of y'all. So look at that. You know,
don't even ignore her. Anyway, but wait, so how are you doing this when there's a whole fucking pandemic? Is it even open in Virginia? Like,
so
it's hard to people go to Walmart.
No, so I mean we're still open. We're still open, and we're still open to an extent, like where I just left before I came. sorry, where I just left before I came, it it closed at 10, and I would be like, hey Christy, how you doing? I know we about to close in a second. So, I feel like if you don't feel like closing this interview out or this talk and stuff like that, if you want to kick it with a couple minutes, I would love to feed you before, I engage in some type of dialogue between the two of us. And if you like to stop talking and take this somewhere else, I'm with the shits. So, tell me what you want to do.
Wow.
Wait. I mean, he's pretty really good with those words.
Oh my God. Do you know the 5 love languages?
So ironically, somebody just told me that shit the other day. So it's care, like it's somebody who does shit with money, it's somebody who did shit with active like affirmation, it's somebody who does stuff with what is it? It's something it's 5 of them. I heard 2 of them.
It's words of affirmation, physical touch, people who like gift giving, acts of service, and what's the last one?
Oh shit, the last one. I forgot. The book is
and quality time.
Quality time. There we go.
So quality time depends. I know affirmation, and it was the other one I just said that
you like gift giving.
I ain't really gift giving because I feel like gift giving can send a different signal. I feel like you feel like you could buy my attention, but I feel like if I sit there and I pay attention to, you had a different Bob last week, Christy, and then I know, not Christy, Simone, and I know you had a gray shirt on for y'all 900. Not what shirt was it, but like those certain type of things I pay attention to. No, I already said her. She had a bob because she came in there and said it. But I know Chrissy had on, I want to say a black shirt. Yeah, she had a black shirt on and she came on and she did her thing. So I just want to make sure those are the things I pay attention to more because I feel like, you come out and you.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
You do certain things for the attention. You don't do certain things to be hiding behind the camera. So I'm more of an affirmation type, and I like to give y'all credit and y'all flowers, like I said, before y'all get them. Right, so, we have 2, gorgeous women on here, and I feel like I would prefer to highlight y'all versus buy some shit that it could be misconstrued or it could be thrown away.
Yeah, you can't buy my love. No,
I can't afford it. So, there we go.
I hear that. Listen.
How do you feel like you receive love? What is the way of someone without their words, not necessarily without their words, but how do you feel like you feel love from another person? How do you receive love?
I'm more of an attention person. So I feel like if you are, make sure I'm talking to Mike. I feel like I'm an attention person. So I feel like it's certain things that I will see that you do that necessarily aren't pretentious on if I said it or if you think I want it. Like I don't necessarily like shit being bought for me because I don't want the shit thrown in my face. So at some point, and it always comes, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. So I feel like if you are somebody that's more attentive of the things that I could want and need, then that's probably more attractive. But I feel like people are more on high alert. So I'm more cautious that are you just doing this shit because you really care? Or are you doing this shit because you're trying to impress me? So I'm more of competitive. So I feel like if you do some shit for me, like Christy, if you sit there and buy me a coffee, I'm buying you 2 coffees. You feel what I'm saying? So.
Well, do you think that affected your last relationship?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Are you still friends with her? 2 months. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's nice.
I try not to be the bad person in nothing. I feel like I like to be the nigga, I'm so sorry. I prefer to be that role, because you never know when you might be able to, this is shallow, but you never know when you might be able to skirt or keep it in your back pocket. So I don't feel like I do anything with the intent on trying to do something wrong. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like I like to go out there with a good name. I don't want to be an insecurity.
Right. So what did you learn from that relationship then?
Ask a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. What did you learn from your last relationship? Damn, that was a big bro.
Niggas ain't shit.
Space is not always good.
What isn't always good?
Space. I'm a type of person like I don't need to be with my man every single day.
Oh, that's me. Like I'll be good to myself 4 or 5 days, but if I call you, like be ready. But
Right.
after that, I'll be a big spoon for the night, but I'm not about to be the little spoon or some shit like that for 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like it's just been a trend for me because I'm so caught up with my family and work sometimes that I allow too much space. I'm still very involved, like we're gonna talk and text all day long, but physically I don't necessarily need you around every day.
Yeah.
And I feel like that has been habitually my flaw.
So
that's really an annoying fucking thing if niggas can't sit there and have their own lives when they get with you. I ain't mean to like cut you off, but I feel like, nigga, what were you doing before I got here? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? What, nigga? You didn't have a life. So if I'm sitting up here upstairs or something like that, whatever it be, and you can't
listen, if you can't be with yourself 24/7, then why should I be with you 24/7? Like, you're literally with yourself for that long, always, all the time. So why am I not gonna be comfortable being with myself?
Yeah,
it's the truth.
Like I enjoy me, and I feel
I do.
I'm not, and Simone knows, like I'm not. I talk a lot out on our podcast and stuff, but I enjoy my quiet time. I enjoy my thoughts, be it good or bad or whatever they're gonna carry me. I enjoy me.
Yeah.
And sometimes to other people, they maybe take that as not necessarily neglect, but kind of like, let me do something else. And it, doing something else takes you to all the places that you don't need to go. So
niggas are more sensitive than females, so don't ever forget that
you
shit.
ain't never lie.
Listen, we have come to learn that these past couple of months.
And this is the thing, though. Men will literally say that to you, and then 5 minutes later, still be a little bitch. Like, are you fucking serious? You literally just told me you weren't like this.
Literally, the things that they say that they're not. They will, just like how we're talking to you right now. You're telling me all these great things about you. You'll turn around and jump in somebody's DM or text message and do exactly what we just talked about. You're not.
No. Like, no, I'm not gonna.
I'm not saying it's you, but that's how it is, though. Like,
and I know I get that. I'd be like, they'll be like, oh, I ain't the type of nigga that bug you, but then they'd be like, hey, I don't be on Facebook all the time, but they'll send you like 12 messages and shit like that. So I get it. Niggas are way more sensitive. I feel like they are.
Dude, if I show you my Snapchat. Yo, last night, this is for everybody right now. Last night, I didn't even, this guy sent me a picture of himself, whatever. I opened it, didn't write back to him. I woke up this morning, literally clicking.
About 25.
At least 25 times him showing me himself. He was smoking hookah, drinking. Then he texted me.
Ad-libbing to the song.
Yeah, then he texted me, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed about that. I was like, you should be.
No, are you?
Like, what is fucking wrong with you? Like, oh my God, these guys are crazy. I'm sorry. I know, maybe women are just, women are crazy. We have the tendency to not even be crazy, but, we're very emotional creatures.
Very emotional. But men, unnecessarily.
Yes, we get it. But men are a different breed. Like, obviously, but still.
Hopefully, prayerfully. Thank God that you are.
God, it's just ridiculous. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I think the men now are just becoming a little.
Yes, I don't know what it is. And it doesn't even matter how old they are, though. They could be 26. They could be fucking 45. And like, they're all the goddamn same. Like, they think you're a woman. Like, I mean, you're my woman now. Nigga, I've been talking for 3 days. Like, what the fuck you mean I'm your woman?
Both of y'all on Tinder? Because I know both of y'all are single, right?
Yeah.
Are both of y'all on Tinder?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I tried Bumble for about, I think, 5 days and found a crazy person out there.
I don't even think that you did it for 5 solid days.
I don't think so. I don't think so either, but I know I did POF for like 2.
Yeah.
And that's where I found the other crazy. And now I'm not on anything because I don't want any more crazy in my life. Okay, because I can't get rid of them. The nigga, but before I got on you, he called me unknown because I blocked him.
Yeah, while we were waiting for you to get on, someone called her blocked. And I'm just like, the first thing he goes, you blocked me? I'm like, nigga, don't answer obviously. If your number don't pop up when you call me, bye.
I wish both of y'all the best because y'all getting dime +2 between Christy and Simone. So I feel like niggas don't waste the opportunity because you getting a great Superman to y'all Batman. So there y'all go.
Your lips to Goddamn.
Preach it for real. God damn it.
Listen, it's entertaining to say the least. Like, and it's entertaining. I'm just like,
it is very entertaining.
Listen, I will block you in a hot minute. I don't have a problem. If you want to call my phone, knock yourself out.
Y'all putting the Snapchat out there for the folks?
No.
It disappears so fast. It doesn't hold on.
I understand.
That's why he gave out the Snapchat, because it disappears so fast.
Oh,
The world
yeah.
won't know how embarrassing.
How embarrassing it. Yeah, he don't give me his phone number because he wants to do all that shit on Snapchat.
I need a shot.
Like, and he knows, and he knows also that Snapchat, it'll show you that I screenshot it, so I can't even do that either.
Be like, oh, you screenshotted me?
Right.
You're screenshotting you being embarrassing.
Snapchat is the feds, but I understand.
Right.
Well, he works. I'm sorry, never mind. Never mind. I'll keep that all out. Yeah. Anyway, there's our last cheers because we gotta go. Okay.
I understand.
I'm sorry, I just could not.
Both of y'all, like, damn, I still got mine.
I mean, you on CPT time with this shot. You know what I'm saying?
Just talking back. You're talking a lot, sis.
My bad. Thank you for taking another one with me. Thank you, Harrison. God damn it. All right, final question.
Okay. Did I get them all?
Wait, what?
I said, did I answer them all so far?
I mean, we still have some things. Have you ever got caught having sex? Like, I had to ask
No.
you that question the other day.
No, I never got caught.
Have you ever been caught masturbating?
No, I'm really slick with that.
Oh, do you masturbate on a regular?
Yeah, really.
Oh yeah, my type of man.
only I know me. So
Yes,
oh Lord,
that's
everybody,
what I say.
everybody else competing for second place.
Like, come on, you know your body, you know how to get you there.
And I'm ambidextrous. So.
Oh wow, it's good with both hands.
Oh my God.
A stranger, you know.
Right. It's true, see, because they gotta learn you, right? Exactly.
She's queen masturbation over here. I am not a big fan.
I tell people all the time, if it was a commercial, I'll never make it through the commercial.
Right.
I will DJ my own party every now and then.
Wait, how do I turn this thing on?
I don't know.
Ooh, wait.
That's doing too much.
No one can hear.
No, it feels so good. It like gets on your clit.
I don't have one of those, so I don't understand.
No, you don't need that because you don't have a pussy. Right. It's so good. Oh my God. What if I didn't wash it? All up on my pussy. I'm joking. I did though.
That's fine.
Those are real friends.
I DJ my own party every night. Sometimes I'm just too lazy to get up.
I'm not a DJ in my own party.
Yeah, no, I definitely will sit there.
Certain point, that shit was turning into shifts, like night shift, afternoon shift, and morning shift.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And it would be crazy because I would do that shit like right after sex. Not saying it was anything bad or anything like that, but it's just kind of like, you know, shit, you got a whole fucking Power Ranger by your leg. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes
I did it before.
I mean, I do it all the time because sometimes, like,
understand.
Sometimes I get hornier after I have
I know,
sex.
yeah.
And I'm just like,
you want to get that out.
It's like I'm still there.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like
yeah.
I do agree with. Like sometimes I get even hornier after having sex.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm. What was my other two questions that I missed?
Did you miss anything? No. I think so. Yeah.
I think we like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, you answered a lot of our questions. It was great.
Oh, okay.
after we got some of the buffer off.
Yeah, exactly.
First off, only thing I was buffering was the vernacular. I was still answering to the you know.
I'm just gonna let you know that I enjoy your vocabulary.
No, I really do too.
And I'm nothing better than an educated Black man. So I appreciate it.
Exactly.
But sometimes you gotta take the sleeve off.
Yes, it's okay. You gotta let them.
I was still giving them like the X-rated content. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want to be like that nigga specific, and you just say like 1-2 words. Like, yeah, I like that nut. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just.
No, you educated.
I love that.
And we want them to be educated.
Yes, we are here for
we really do.
Like education and all that.
True.
I'm here for all of it. I appreciate it.
Anyway, it was a pleasure. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Was it already answered my last question?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh shit. Oh, my fault. So y'all can find us on all the platforms out there: Pandora, Amazon, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and a million other things. You can find us at the 8 More Than 92 Podcast. You can also find us at 8MT92 Podcast. That is our Instagram page. You can find us on there. And that's basically where you hear us at. I know we got our hoodies out. So if y'all want to make sure y'all cop them before they go out, we got limited quantities in those. But yeah. And you can hear it. And my co-host is Banks on the 8 More Than 92 podcast, where we always keep it 100 with you. You know what I'm saying? I know people don't know what the name means, but that's all good.
That's cool. But we're gonna be on your podcast soon, so we'll get to meet Banks officially.
March the 1st. I promise you. As soon as I come back from this bullshit at the sea shit that they want to do, I got y'all.
Yes.
Y'all.
No, we definitely gonna be on there. Absolutely. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Harrison. We appreciate it for joining us, answering all the sex questions,
getting us hip to your vernacular.
Absolutely.
I heard sound like Michael Eric Dyson.
Right. But thank you guys. It was a pleasure. And hopefully you hear us next time on The Ladies Lair.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Congrats on 900.
Woo, 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 woo.
Catch you guys next time for another episode of The Ladies Lair podcast. Love ya.